Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, Hakim.
Can you tell me your full name and then, so I have to do like a little bio. So like in 2 lines, 3 lines, tell me about you and your work.
Okay. My name is Evelyn Inez Tickerhoof. I usually go by Eve as an artist. I'm an art student at UNM. I just recently got accepted to College of Fine Arts and I'm set to graduate in 2016. I'm married and I have 4 children that I'm raising while I'm working on my bachelor's degree.
Awesome.
My art is mostly multimedia. I have no actual set focus on my degree right now, other than fine arts.
Awesomeness. Okay, I'm pulling up I thought I was pulling up our questions. And how can I get in touch with you, Eve?
You can get in touch with me through Facebook or through my email.
And can you reel that off for me, please?
Yeah, my email is ylehoof@gmail.com. And I saw your Facebook page on the card, so
Awesome.
Yeah.
And here are my questions, just in time. I'm using Google Docs on my phone for the first time. It's a little bit disorienting. Okay, so the first question, it's really one question, but I'm just gonna ask it to you 3 different ways, okay. And then you can just attack it however you wanna attack it, as long or as short as you like.
Cool.
So the first way to ask it is, how did food begin for you? The second way to ask, I'll give them all to you, is when did you know food would be your life's work? Or when did you fall in love with food? So any of those that you like.
I'll answer that second one. I knew food was going to be my life's work when my son started eating solids. I was breastfeeding him. I breastfed him for about 9 months and started him late on started him a little bit late on solids, but knowing the kind of food that they make with Gerber and all the processed foods that they have out there, I knew right away that was where my focus was going to have to be with raising children.
Yeah.
And make sure they have healthy food, organic food that doesn't have pesticides in it. I made all of their baby food and jarred it myself. I even experimented with like rices and making rice purees and quinoa purees for them and trying to keep them away from commercialized baby food. So
that's fantastic. You're already my hero just because of that. And describes your work and your work-life relationship with food.
So actually, I didn't even know what a big deal food was going to be until I started this class. And she started making this. Catherine Harris, my professor, had us doing a lot of research on food. She made us spend a week eating, journaling everything that we ate, and then we had to take everything that we journaled and research where it came from. And that had an even bigger impact on thinking about where my seeds are coming from, not just so much like where the tomato itself comes from, but where those seeds came from. And were they maybe produced by Monsanto? Were they produced organically? Where did they come from? And that stemmed into this project. We started talking more as a class about seeds. We got involved with seed broadcast, and we began this project mostly as a way to spread native seeds through New Mexico. We did a lot of research on the plant that we wanted to use for this seed paper that we made, and we chose yarrow because it's indigenous to New Mexico. It's sturdy and drought resistant. It's also top germinating, so it sprouts really quickly, and it's edible and useful for household products, what have you. And so that's kind of where we started with this project.
And can you tell us? I do TV interviews. I'm thinking about, tell the audience. What is the project? Tell us the steps of the project, please. Thank you.
The project is, we call it Grow Your Story. We went ahead and we took a collection of 5 to 7 years worth of homework, mostly Ashley's calculus, and we put it in blenders and pureed it. And after we pureed it and made mush, we started making and drying paper out of it. We added seeds to the pulp, the paper pulp, dried those out, embedded them into the paper, and cut the paper up and started distributing it to people with the question, what do you want to grow? Hoping that people would answer the question on the paper in a picture, a poem, however they feel they want to interpret that question. It can be something they want to grow in the world, it can be an actual plant, it can be an animal, it can be a dream that they have. And we've been sharing that project with one of the high schools here in Santa Fe, Monte del Sol, and with an elementary school in Albuquerque, my kids' school, Barcelona. And
That's fantastic. No, that's great. And last question. We'll let you off camera. Thank you so much, though, Eve. What is the end of food?
I see with these groups that there's a lot of hope for food, and that maybe food doesn't have to have the apocalyptic end, but the way food is going now, if people don't jump on this bandwagon of what we're doing here with Seed Broadcast, I see a more devastating end for food. I see food becoming processed, becoming more, I imagine astronaut food.
Mm-hmm.
Foods in packages, foods in tubes, we've got fast food, and it seems like a lot of our food has chemicals in it. It's slowly coming